Hello friends, my name is Sanjay Kumar Adhikari and this is the introductory video for who joined this Embedkari channel later, and I would like to let you know about this embedkari.com, this blog site, and in that I have provided information which can be used by the entry level school kids, and that although does not require too much programming related knowledge, but at the same time there may be some sort of supervision required if that uh, student is working with electricity specific project. Otherwise, if directly with the laptop, in this particular project directly with the laptop, there should be no issue with that. And so with this simple LED blinking project, and if you go to this particular site, so that will this particular blog uh, gives will help learning basic Arduino. No, this right side it is on this based on this particular board. If you click on this, it will take you to the link from where you can buy this. This is a very cheap board, and this will create interest in students towards this smart embedded systems, where we can see some future of IoT and a smart city in India. And there are other things I have shared with that. For example, in 12th standard, most of the kids normally, especially in computer science branch, they study C++. Other branch also can study the C++ and this ultrasonic sensor kind of this kind of project. And not only science graduates, I have seen even some of the fashion designing student also, at least in one module they used to go through this kind of exercise. And because the history behind Arduino is that it is made in such a way that even hobbyists can use this without much programming knowledge. And the third one is important in terms of IoT. So this is basically here also no programming knowledge is required. And this SIM module which we use in that phone, mobile phone, or this Wi-Fi based module, whatever I have used with this, that use some commands that is just similar to you use sometime to your mobile vendor service provider some command through SMS, so something like that. Those are known as AT commands. So this is regarding that school level. And after that, diploma, polytechnic and engineering level, a lot of videos I have provided, and learning of that Linux, learning of microcontroller related things, and C++. And please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more information, because here you will get whole sorts of videos in terms of Linux, in terms of embedded programming, and ESP 8266, that is the AT command related thing. This is the Arduino board I told you regarding that school kids, and this is that embedded C data structure. So basically that learning C is important for embedded students, and any student going for the software programming. C actually is beneficial, although you might be knowing that Python is picking these days. But if Python is picking these days, that is basically based on the interpreter and all that, are very simple, and where the memory management is automatic. And I can understand if that student is 10 or 10 or maybe 12th standard, 10th standard, then it's okay. Use the Python, Lua, MicroPython, whatever, for understanding purpose. But engineering level, I am expecting at least computer science graduates, or who are serious in this embedded software, they must learn this C and some knowledge of C++, and that will help them later to catch up in the Python easily. Otherwise, if they learn Python in the beginning, after engineering, then think about C, C++, so they may not, like that idea. And at the same time, this Linux is important because a lot of projects are based on this open source. So Linux, whether you are going to build a kernel embedded Linux, that is different thing. Whether you are going to do that or not, that is different thing. But if you are going to use it as a even user, then you can use that lot of GitHub based projects. So I strongly recommend this Linux also, and at least one operating system you should know that, based on this. And even Android, in mobile OS, lot of OS similar to that Android are kernel is Linux based, and basically Linux kernel. And so this is about that YouTube related things. Apart from that, if you go to, I have created another Facebook related embedded career, where basically we have given the hints related to career related things, even for embedded, what they need to mention in the resume and what they need to study. After that, I have provided information related to what kind of profile based on their performance and interest they can go for that. And time to time, we used to provide industry related information, what is happening, the latest thing there, and that any requirement, any job requirement related to embedded. And after that, you can see here like product development life cycle, that hardware selection complete life cycle is explained here. And again, the job related information and what is happening around that industry. And I also used to provide information, uh, step by step information, for how they can learn this uh, embedded stuff. And this is Arduino specific information, then this is again job related information. And IoT, what is happening in the IoT in India. Okay, so just I am scrolling through that, so that if I get something interesting, IoT, again, what is the RISC-V, artificial intelligence related information, and also and that complete guideline related to Linux for fresh graduates, how they can learn Linux. And ARM specific things existing, we know that ARM is already widely accepted core in the industry, and lot of opportunities based on the ARM. So this is the ARM specific, and this is that top IoT startups in India, and this is the job again. And apart from that, I provide lot of information related to Eclipse IDE, and that is the free IDE which one can use to learn the C, and do a lot of experiment. And memory level, they can go through to learn the C pointer data structure or those kind of thing. And also that tool for serial communication, which basically this is the advanced one, serial communication tool, where one has the control of complete line feed, and that carries return kind of control is there. And apart from that, this ID, how to install, how to and I have provided like low cost elab nodes also, and free PCB designing thing. And this is the like how the PCB process happening, and this is the KiCad is that free PCB tool, so that the student can learn it themselves without spending anything on this PCB training, designing training, and this thing. And after that, this Arduino specific. So here you will see like step 2, step 1. Step 1 was related to Eclipse IDE. Step 2 is related to that another Arduino IDE. Yeah, after that, and then step 3 is related to this Linux related thing in VirtualBox and all that. So I have basically provided step by step information in this embedded carrier things. Okay, so depending on your interest, you can either browse through different category of my blog pages if you like that. And apart from that, on the right side you can see that whatever the board you wanted to go for, then ESP8266, and I am going to add something related to further node MCU and all other Python or those kind of things. I'm going to add that, and this is the YouTube link directly. It will go to that, but this particular Embedkari YouTube link, and there you will get a lot of stuff on that. Okay, and thanks. That's all for this particular video. Hope this summarize that this gives that idea about whatever shared in the Embedkari Facebook and blog site and all this. Okay, thanks.